I am delighted to officiate this landmark ceremony to commission the switch-on of the Kariba South Power Station Extension Project. This event indeed bears testimony to my government's realization of the centrality of energy infrastructure to economic resuscitation and growth. Furthermore, it is witness to our commitment to address the energy requirements in the country in the quest to boost productivity in all sectors of the economy and ensure access to power for a broader section of our population. This milestone injection of 300 megawatts of energy in the national electricity grid equally resonates with the aspirations of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals SDG number 7, which aspires for affordable, reliable, sustainable, and clean energy for all. As energy is not only a key enabler to economic development, but also facilitates the delivery of basic amenities such as clean water, health, shelter, and education to the country's citizenry. The Kariba South Hydro Power Station was commissioned in 1962 with an installed capacity of 666 megawatts and subsequently upgraded to 750 megawatts. In recent years, government decided to extend the power station through the installation of 2 by 150 megawatts generating units and associated substation. The current project brings to the total capacity of Kariba South Power Station electricity generation to 1,050 megawatts. On behalf of the government of Zimbabwe, and indeed on my own behalf, allow me to express our profound gratitude to the People's Republic of China, who through China Exim Bank extended a loan facility for the implementation of this project. I further commend the Zimbabwe Power Company, ZPC, and their contractors, Sino Hydro Corporation, together with approximately 443 locals and many others who directly and indirectly helped to bring this project to fruition. Distinguished guests, my government realizes the need to leapfrog our economic development to catch up with the rest of the world following our stunted growth due to years of isolation because of the legal economic sanctions imposed on our country. Currently, the average maximum daily power demand is about 1,600 megawatts against a backdrop of an average internal generation capacity of around 1,200 megawatts, resulting in a deficit in supply of about 600 megawatts on a daily basis, which is met through importation. The 300 megawatts which we switched on today, comes at an appropriate time, as it will significantly reduce the power supply deficit and positively impact on our national energy import bill. There is indeed a direct correlation between energy consumption, foreign direct investment, and economic growth. Hence, the envisaged eminent improved productivity, capacity utilization in the manufacturing sector, mechanization and modernization of the agricultural sector, value addition and beneficiation, growth of the mining sector, and the fast spreading technological revolution all give impetus to the need to expand our energy generation capacity. The completion of this particular extension project is both commendable and the most timely, as it will serve as a catalyst and an essential ingredient to all our endeavors in the economic rebirth of our country. Ladies and gentlemen, each and every one of us in each and every sector has a role to play towards the realization of our vision to be a middle-income economy with increased investment, decent jobs, broad-based empowerment, free from poverty and corruption by 2030. To this end, my government is committed to create an environment which allows greater participation of the private sector in national economic development for the ultimate benefit of all our people in our great country. In this vein, government has opened up the energy and the power development sector to the participation of private players and an independent and all-encompassing energy regulator, the Zimbabwe Energy Regulatory Authority, ZERA, which should ensure an even playing field for all players in this sector. I thus invite both domestic and foreign investors to seize the opportunities in the energy sector to increase our alternative sources of power. I equally exhort the respective users of energy to develop innovative strategies and energy sources to augment power supplies from the national grid. Furthermore, I appeal for increased investment and the use of solar energy, as our country has an average solar radiation of 20 megajoules per square meter. This solar radiation profile counts among the best in the world and can be used for power generation, water pumping, domestic institutional lighting, as well as water heating. In addition, there is immense potential for small hydro stations across rivers and the various water bodies in our country, which have an estimated 120 megawatts generation capacity. Equally, the biogas potential in the country is enormous, considering the agro-based structure of the economy. Meanwhile, we continue to explore efficient technologies as we exploit our vast coal resources, alive to the need to minimize the long-term negative risks to our environment. We are equally keen to exploit the country's coal methane CBM resource, which is the largest reserve in the region, estimated at 765 billion cubic meters, with depots mainly located in the Lupane-Wange area. The CBM can be used to generate power and manufacture a wide array of other products. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is disheartening to note that access to modern energy is currently skewed with 80% of the urban areas having access to electricity against a token 14% in rural areas or rural communities. To address this anomaly and further precipitate the development of provincial and rural economies, my government remains committed to enhance efficiency and stability, as well as extend the transmission and distribution grid to new areas through modernizing and revamping the power transmission and distribution infrastructure in our country. In addition, the expansion of this Kariba South hydropower station will undoubtedly go a long way towards benefiting all the people of Zimbabwe, irrespective of their geographical location. I exhort the Rural Electrification Agency, REA, to scale up its operations and expedite its rural electrification programs to increase the access to electricity by our rural communities in the country. Going forward, and in line with the national energy policy, government will continue to employ short to medium-term measures to gradually improve power supply in the country. In the short term, measures such as the refurbishment of existing generation assets through optimal operation capacity and energy conservation measures will be pursued. The medium-term measures include the generation expansion projects in Hwange expansion, 600 megawatts, and the Kariba extension project, 300 megawatts, which we are switching on today. Meanwhile, I'm pleased to confirm that the Hwange expansion project has reached financial closure and work should commence very soon. Government has also lined up other projects to cater for the country's long-term energy needs. Among these is the Batoka Gorge hydropower station, which has the potential of adding over 1,000 megawatts onto our national power grid once completed. My government will continue to make all efforts to ensure access to reliable, clean and affordable energy. I, however, urge all domestic and commercial users of energy to play their part by paying for the services rendered. It is indeed most regrettable that the Zimbabwe Electricity Supply Authority ZESA is currently owed in excess of $500 million by its customers. I encourage stakeholders to find creative ways to finance the prepayment metering scheme, as this will address matters related to billing, revenue collection, and conservation of power. Ladies and gentlemen, the completion of the Kariba South Expansion project today comes with the responsibility of maintaining the infrastructure, and I'm confident that this national asset will be accordingly taken care of by our people. To the generality of our people, the responsibility to rebuild and revamp our economy and infrastructure is ours together. Let us protect our environment and all our national assets from vandalism, theft and abuse, stealing and vandalism of any ZESA property or transmission lines in particular. This is criminal offense, and my government will not stop from punishing such elements. We will not hesitate to bring the culprits to book and impose stiffer penalties to deter such retrogressive activities among our people. To all players in the energy and the power development industry, public and private alike, I urge you to uphold good, transparent, and accountable corporate governance, sound management, and leadership skills in your operations. My administration will be blind and will not consider the personalities that commit acts of corruption. Corruption at whatever level whatsoever will not be tolerated, and perpetrators will be punished. As we switch on this power plant, let us keep the bigger picture in mind. We are opening the doors to the development of our beautiful country so that Zimbabwe can claim its rightful economic place in the global family of nations, with all its citizens enjoying a better quality and standard of life. It is indeed projects like this one which inspires and motivates investors to come to our country, knowing that energy is guaranteed. Economic growth is inevitable. Economic success and the victory is certain.